Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Muscletonebullys. So today we have a hurricane on the way. So living in Florida, this is something we're used to. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go outside and check on the dogs before we do this episode. So I'll take you guys along with me and give you guys an idea how I prepare for hurricanes. It's actually pretty easy because when I built the building, I made sure it was hurricane resistant. So it's poured cement, obviously, and then to reinforce it we have block as well, using a metal roof, so that should hold pretty well in a hurricane. And obviously the measures to hold the roof down with all these shingles and brackets that they use. Not too familiar with it, I'm not a roofer, but yeah, all that's in place. The windows are all hurricane resistant as well. So really all you have to make sure is that the water is functioning, they have food just in case we can't get to them for a day or so, and that everyone is in a clean kennel and everything's ready to go, just because we don't know how long it can be before I can walk back to the kennel and take care of them. Now we do have cameras. Our wires are buried underground through the inside of the cement wall, so nobody can really get to them, so they cannot get cut out. As well as for electrical, we have a military generator in the back, so if the power does go out, it picks up. It works on diesel, and it should keep that place lit up for at least 5-6 days. So the cameras would not cut off and the power would not cut out. They have automatic water, so that's also coming from underground water because we have a well system that goes through an osmosis filtration system. Also, we buried that so that everything's underground, so if things were to fall or whatever, it should not affect the water whatsoever, so they should not lose water either. So the only thing is food, so we kind of give them extra food just in case. But these dogs, they could finish it in a day, but they should be all right though overall. So let's go inside and check on them. Okay, so let me show you a little bit how this kennel facility works. So we have a sprinkler system. As you see that white pipe at the bottom, it turns on every half hour or so and washes all the water down. This way, whatever pee that they pee on the top, it goes underneath and then it washes it down so it doesn't stick and it doesn't smell. As well as we have automatic water lines, and the water lines come down to here, and as you can see, they can lick it and they can drink the water. It's that simple. Every dog has its bed, and they have a nice 5x12 run here. So it's actually, it's a little bit more than 5. I think it's 6 foot by 12. Yeah, 6x12. So they have a nice little run, all of them do. So just go around and making sure that all the dogs are okay, that everybody's safe and sound, just to make sure and check on them really quick. What's up, big boy? What's up, girl? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, everybody seems like they're doing fine. No worries here. Yeah, everybody's fine, so I guess that's it. So the dogs have a large, beautiful area to run. It's about an acre total that's fenced in. And then obviously the dogs that go in the house have an entire yard to run as well, that's separate from this one. So some of this area, we kind of obviously set it up for us as well, because we just like to look at the view from the outside of our kitchen window or living room or whatever, or the pool area. But really we had in mind to do quite a few events and photo shoots with the dogs from the back of the property. Some of my lives and episodes I do from that little sitting area where the table is. Oh look, there's views. A lot of them we do from here, a lot of our lives and views, and so yeah, it's all set up to be photogenic in some way and inviting when we have events, so that it's just part of the experience to coming to Muscletone and buying a dog, staying with a resort type of thing. So that was important to us when we set it up. We want everyone to get the greatest experience possible when they visit our camp. So the property was a really important touch, and we spent a lot of money on landscaping, and guys will show you guys what we're doing in the front as well. So next time you guys come out for an event, that should be completed. One second, I'm gonna walk around and show you. So I'll walk as fast as I can. Alright, So here we're building a pond, as you guys can see, which will be a nice feature. We're gonna take videos of dogs swimming. We built a deck on top so that we can take photo shoots with the dog sitting on top of the rocks. So it's part of the Muscletone Resort, guys. So you know, obviously it's not done, but you guys get an idea, and the size of it, it's huge, you know. Right, so yeah, let's go back inside and we're gonna discuss this weekend's events. Okay, so now that the dogs are safe and sound, let's discuss Judgment Day this past weekend. First, I'd like to say to Vicky and Wade, congratulations, you guys did a wonderful job. I know it wasn't easy. You had a lot of challenges that went on, and you guys kept your cool. Vicky, my wife, was very impressed by how cool you kept it considering everything that was going on. And that just shows that you guys' heart was in the right place and that you weren't going to let nothing tear you down. And I respect that big time, okay? So let's start with that. The other part I want to discuss is those who won at the stack off. Congratulations to you all, by the way. You all deserved it. That opinions vary as well. I would have picked different dogs in certain categories, but that wasn't my call. But congratulations anyways, because that's how it works. The thing is that everyone, won or lost, got to see and put their hands on some of the most extreme dogs in the world, got to meet, mingle, talk, strategies, and more importantly, put their dogs on a plateau where the whole world got to see them on live, on videos. It's going all over social media. I mean, it is going literally viral everywhere. And as it does at every event that we do like this, and every event that you guys show up to, you guys get a chance to put your dogs on a platform. That is how we built our kennel's reputation from the beginning, showing up, stacking, and doing these things. Now, I'm going to address a few things. The first one here is this. Shirkan, the dog that won the stack 20K stack off. When I saw him walk down the steps, I mean, I've been talking to his owner for a while on social media, and the dog looked impressive in pictures, but pictures in person is a whole nother world. In person, it was even better than pictures, and I was very impressed. It was the closest thing I've ever seen to one of my dogs. Sure, he has muscle tone, and I know that the gene from muscle tone, that extreme gene that we carry, was passed on to him. And that is why I was impressed by him, because he had that substance and mass, but more importantly, because he had a lot of other bloods that I don't carry in my yard, but yet he was functional, he was able to move. Believe it or not, but his conformation was very, very good for the substance that he carried. He had a great top line, a massive rear, great angulations, and he moved decent. You know, for being that big, he moved pretty well. The dog, I believe, had a 28, 29-inch head easily. I don't think he was standing over 14 inches in height, and he had to be over 105 pounds. Very, very easy, and he had some serious bone. So his shoulders, his spread, his chest drop, his neck, everything. I mean, he didn't lack much. I mean, he was really an all-around dog. And for that, it's definitely a dog we're going to be using. So see, I show up to a show like back in the day, and I find something that, you know, can complement my yard. I haven't been able to find anything in over a decade, guys. Over 10 years since I found a dog that can complement my yard. And here I found one going to this event. That's number one. Now people are also asking me about Nemesis. Nemesis was at the show for a little bit. Nemesis is an aggressive dog. Does not like other males. This was not going to be an easy thing to do, and we were wondering how we were going to do it. But there was that, and as well that he had lost quite a bit of weight, and he was sick on the way there, and he had a rash on his stomach from sitting in a crate for so long. Because we didn't travel with him on plane, we had him travel by car for a couple of days to get there. So we felt, being that he's 8 going on 9 years old, that it was not best for us to put him on stage looking in that condition. And it would not be best for him to maybe bite another dog, be aggressive to another dog. It's not good for our reputation. It's not good for the show. It's not good for the American Bully breed. It's not good for anyone. And it's not worth $20,000 to us. Would he have one? Yes, he would have one. He is the biggest dog that was in the building that day. But I saw Shirkan, and I thought to myself, you know what? I would rather see this dog win and not affect the reputation of not only Nemesis, but the American Bully breed in general, than having an aggressive dog on stage. So I prefer to just take the loss, allow another man to win, and I went all the way to help him stack the dog and put the dog on stage for him and present him, because he wasn't too sure how to do that. So he's obviously new to this to the breed and not to the breed, but new to the stack offs and new to the whole thing. And I wanted to guide them as much as I can, as I always like to help people out. You have to give back into society. You have to give back. If you don't give back, you get nothing in return. There was another dog there that was really impressive. I believe should have won the micro division without a doubt. I stacked him as well, and that was Stacks. And that dog is a Beanstalk son bred to Golden Child daughter. So these are the two debated bulls. I see that out online, and there's a combination of them, and he is a beautiful dog. I believe he stood a little over 13 inches, and he had to been at least, if I might to guess, 17 inches in spread. That is massive, guys. Imagine that, 13 inches and 17 inches in spread. So you're talking almost 4 inches at least. Yeah, because he's 3.5 to 4 inches in spread wider than he is tall. Now that's extreme. Now he was young, he's not fully grown. The other dogs were a little bit older than him, but nevertheless, he should have won that stack off. He was the most wow extreme factor dog there, and he has a great top line, great fronts, great angulation. He's a show dog. He can go in the ring and he should be able to champ out. This is a dog that is a very good example of what, if you consider a 13-inch micro to be the perfect example of a micro if you consider that height. Now, obviously he's borderline pocket as well, so it's a tough call. Now, that being mentioned, I did use Stacks to one of our Nemesis daughters, so we have a breeding going to be announced very soon with that. We did the breeding, we completed it. If you guys want to know more about Stacks, reach out to Daniel Groff on Facebook or Instagram. And if you want to know more about Shirkan, reach out to Muscletonebullys on Instagram or Facebook as well. Or message me and I'll send you guys a direct contact if you need to reach to them. But they have great studs. I highly recommend you guys use them. Now, those who were on social media causing drama after the show, attacking the show, attacking the host because they didn't like the way things went for them and they didn't like the way things were handled and not being understanding that things happen in life, you should be all ashamed of yourself. That's all I got to say. I am disgusted by what I saw you guys post. I am disgusted about what I saw you guys talk about. That is just not acceptable. You guys, that just shows, it just shows what kind of people you are. And the world sees it. And for those who took a loss and did not win, but yet got to display their dog on platform and get a lot of publicity from it and decided to hate on the winners, I am also disgusted by you. You should be ashamed of yourself. That this family that won, they have a large family. I believe they have 7 kids, if I understood correctly, and they're so humble and so good. And you guys attacked them like that, and tried to destroy them for their win. It's just disgusting. I'm sorry. Once more, you guys are you're just bad people. You have bad hearts. You feel that you're above the rest, and you think that you deserve something that you don't. You lost fair and square, by the way. That dog was 4 times the size of the next dog in line, easily, okay? And it was obvious. You could see it from a mile. And the only reason Judge Ramos decided to take his time is courtesy to you all, but he could clearly see when he walked into that ring, as everyone was watching, that dog Shirkan was 4 times the size of any of your dogs. So that was all courtesy. And then you sit there and talk about, he was laying down. No. The only time the dog laid down is when I laid him down because my back was hurting from stacking him because he's so freaking heavy. When they were counting $20,000 in bill, and I wasn't going to sit there and stack a dog when the judge is not looking. Couldn't care less what the rest of you were looking at. And there's nothing wrong with a dog lay down. I've laid my dogs down in the ABKC show ring. There's nothing wrong with that. If no one's looking, no one's doing nothing, the dog does not have to work. He can relax. You can relax. The handler can relax. There's no rule against it. Okay? So this concept that, the harder you work, the more your dog is deserving of the win. No, when you're showing in the ring, it's about breed stock. It has nothing to do with how hard the handler is working. If the judge can't see past the handler and the dog, then he's a bad judge to start with. And this was a stack off. Didn't matter. It didn't matter. It was the biggest, baddest mofo in the ring. And that's what it came down to. And nothing else. So no matter what you say, that loss was fair and square. So I don't want to hear about it. End your drama. Move on. Grow up. Because you're not going to get nowhere acting like that. That's just a sore loser stuff. We lose all the time. And sometimes, unfairly, very unfairly, we lose just because of who we are. And we never come out and cry about it. We still congratulate the winners and we move on. It doesn't matter. You go, you display your dog, you have fun, you move on, okay? That's just life. So I want to say that. Now, let's discuss the next events. I will be in Australia in October with Jamie and Jerome, my partners in Australia, and I will be judging an event over there at Stack Off. So if you're in Sydney or in Australia, you can make it to Australia from anywhere in the world. Guys, I would love to see you there. It's going to be an epic event like never before done in that part of the world. I can't wait to go. It's my first time in Australia. I've toured the world. It's the only place I haven't really been. And the next event after that will be in November, and that will be in London, in the UK. I will be judging a Stack Off over there as well. So I will be posting these along the next month, all the flyers for them. If you guys want to join us in London in November, you guys want to join us in October in Australia, we would love to have you guys. And then last event is the Nationals for this year, which will be in December. And we'll have on display one of our dogs as well. And I believe it's probably going to be King Kong, so that all our other upcomers are way too young to even enter a ring. So, guys, I'll see you all soon. And thank you for watching another episode of Muscletonebullys.